Our Loudon facility is right around 300,000 square feet. That's the original facility. That's about 45, 48 years old. And the Pembroke facility, this facility we're in today, is almost 600,000 square feet. And that was started about 25 years ago. We're mainly an annual grower. The beginning of the season, meaning the January, February through March, we're a liner grower. We grow millions of liners. And then we get into the March, April, May, we get into finish. And all the genetics we do are proven winners. We're one of 2 proven winner propagators in the United States. My name is Russ Elkins. I work here at Pleasant View Gardens in Loudon, New Hampshire. We also have a site here in Pembroke, New Hampshire. When I first started, I was actually a high school student, and one of the first greenhouse ranges in Loudon, it actually had some of BioTherm's, I think it's called a micro tube. It was a little black hose, and that was the first introduction that BioTherm had with Pleasant View Gardens, and that was in one of our older IBG Nexus houses. And that was the beginning of the relationship between Pleasant View Gardens and BioTherm, probably, 38, 40 years ago. Here at both facilities, this facility that we're standing in today, BioTherm has provided the design and the parts and pieces for the ebb and flood system here that we're standing on. Also the heating system from above. In this house we actually have a steel fin product. A lot of our other houses we have a aluminum fin product. And then on the ends of the houses we have HDX tubing, which is floor tubing for heating the floor system. Basically all of our houses are we're growing on the floor. So they're all ebb and flood. We move material in and out by carts and port trucks, and everything is grown, as you can see back here, on the floor. So it's just creating a little micro environment, which the HDX tubing works wonderful for. Yeah, why do we use flood floors here? I guess it's probably a 2-prong effect. One, we wanted to maximize the square footage in the greenhouse, and we can manipulate any type of pot, container, or whatever, and just manipulate the size on the floor so that we can maximize the square footage that we can use for plant production. Also, by using it on the floor, we were able to use ebb and flood so we can recirculate the water and reuse the water on most all crops. Not all crops, but the majority of the crops that we grow, especially in finish season and summer season. Heating systems at this facility, we have a heating plant in one location. We do have a biomass system in there, but we also have a lot of Raypak. I think there's 10 natural gas powered Raypak boilers in there as well that we're heating probably 2/3 of the facility with the Raypaks, and the other third of the facility with the biomass system at this facility. 30 years ago, 35 years ago, we went to more of an in-floor heat type system with a fin above with HAF, and that created a awesome environment, very uniform, great environment to grow in versus hot air. Our fin above, which is probably 70-80% of the heat that we use, is probably the fin above. We are using it for some snow melt. We do get an average storm 8 inches to a foot here in New Hampshire. Again, we do use it for some snow melt. Also, it is again 70-80% of the heat load, with the PEX tubing in the floor being 20-25%. We do use HAF, so it is a consistent heat. I can't say that there are hot spots. It's definitely hotter up there than it is down here, but the HAF does help mix up a lot of that temperature. Working with BioTherm, we started first working with Jim Reardon back probably roughly 4 years ago. And then it migrated to Mike Moko. And Mike Moko is more of a behind-the-scenes type person that I'll say keeps everything together. The glue to the terminology, the glue behind the scenes keeps it all together. Very, very knowledgeable person. Has worked his personality and my personality match very well, so that works out very well for myself. and highly respect Mike Moko for what he's done. And he's definitely the person behind the scenes and probably doesn't get enough gratification on what he does behind the scenes. He has really helped us out immensely over the years.